Today, I have for you top 5 strategy games that made me different, that changed me on the inside. Alright, let's just start. Number 5, Sampstra. Sampstra is a city-building game that puts you in a role of a leader of the 18th century Ukrainian town, and it's currently in early access. It's made by a single developer, and this city builder is amazing. One of my favorite things in this city builder is how it's sort of slowly built. People are actually carrying out the different specific blocks, and it does the sort of step-by-step buildings that you can see, which is really amazing. Also, this game focuses on the fact that you have to build a lot of the different things. For example, if you want to go fishing, you actually have to build the boat, which I think is really cool. So that's all sounds great and fun, but how did this game change me? Well, when the game came out, or actually before the game came out, one of the features that was mentioned in this game was that men and women will not be allowed to have the same job. And I was like, what? That sounds... I don't know how that's gonna play. And then I played the game, and it's actually it's my favorite feature in this game, because it gives you such a cool additional challenge, because there's certain jobs that only men can do, but the families, they don't have enough money if the women do not work, so you need to give a woman a job as well. So you have to balance this thing where you never have enough men to do the jobs you need, but all the women's do not have jobs because there's just not enough jobs for women. So the families do not have enough money. So then you do something to build something where women can work, but then in order to build it, you need men. And so then you have a bigger shortage of men because you just build this thing where you need more men. And then if you get more men, then you have more unemployed women. And it's just this kind of such an interesting cycle, and it just gives this whole new area of the gameplay that you have to focus on. Alternative solution, you can just give more money to different families, but then you're going to run out of money because you don't have enough produce to sell to other cities. It really adds a new complexity, a new fun way to play the game, and I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. So what's the lesson? Do not judge a book before you open it. Next up, we'll talk about Help Will Come Tomorrow. This is a game where you have to handle the Siberian wilderness, incredible cold, and you're going to be in control of this group of passengers, and you're going to try to make sure that they just survive. You can send them on different expeditions to get resources, and then you can assign them to different jobs at the camp. They're going to be building things, or healing other people, or getting some food, or cooking, or tending to the fire, and etc. This is a fantastic game. I played it from start to finish because I enjoyed it quite a lot. And what this game taught me is I am used to games that focus on emotion of excitement and happiness, and sometimes of releasement of anger when you sort of beat out an enemy bosses. But I haven't really seen games that focus on other emotions than that before, or I didn't realize it at least. And this is a game that focuses on very different emotions. There's a lot of hope in this game, but there's also a lot of pain or despair, and it immerses you in the game so well, and it's so interesting that you can enjoy a game so much that focuses on these different emotions that you wouldn't quite expect from a traditional, game where you just go and beat up an enemy and get that achievement from man, I'm so strong because I killed this whatever boss this was, or I am happy because I don't know, I sold this great product in the game. It's a really different feeling, and I didn't realize that there are games that sort of play into this area, and I think that's, and there's also fear in this game as well, and it's just so interesting. This really made me excited about this game. Next up, we've got Unity of Command 2. Unity of Command 2 is a war game, And if you love wargames, I actually have a list of 10 wargames that were on sale until January 5th and another 8. The sale might not be on anymore, but it allows you to see a lot of pretty fantastic wargames. But let's go back to Unity of Command 2. This is a wargame set in World War II that focuses a lot on supply. It's absolutely fantastic game. I have so many videos on this game and a lot of guides about how to play it, but the way this game changed me was I didn't really play war games before this game much. I might have played like 1 or 2 at some point, but it wasn't really a thing that I was like super excited about. And this game showed me the world of war game, and didn't just show it to me, it made me fall in love with it. Because I love war games now. I'm excited when I see a new game. I'm like, let me play this. I love this game for showing me a brand new genre and for showing me that this could be, that war games can be a game for me and a game that I'll absolutely enjoy and I love, and not just, you know, because like normally if you imagine who plays war games, you imagine like some guy in his basement, I guess. I don't know where you guys play, like playing a war game, you know, like fighting World War II, and tanks were never really a thing that I was excited about. But now I want to play war games and I get excited about tanks and artillery and everything because it's so fun. And this game showed me that. Now we're going to stay with games that introduced me to a new genre of games, and we're going to talk about Slay the Spire, which introduced me to roguelike deck builders, which actually is my favorite subgenre of strategy games. I know you might be surprised by that because the most popular videos on this channel are always war games, so I guess this channel is known for war games, but my favorite genre is actually roguelike deck builders. So what is Slay the Spire? It's a roguelike deck builders turn-based card game. So you have a hero, and the hero will have their own cards that you can use to do different combats. And what this does is it allows you to have a huge variety of different attacks. So if you're used to regular turn-based games, you can have a character with multiple abilities, but it's quite limited. And because there's like so many different cards, you can have like 20 different types of attacks, which is really fun for one character. The roguelike comes from sort of like a roguelike semi-randomly generated map, and you're going to be fighting in this map, and there will be like healing and shops and fighting and events, and then you're going to move to like big bosses, and once you kill a big boss, you move to the next level. And as you're going to be moving or killing the bosses, you'll unlock like new characters so that you can run the game again with a new character. And this really, like, it showed me a brand new genre that's now my favorite. So what more can I say? Now let's talk about number 1, Mutant Year Zero. Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, is a turn-based game with combat similar to XCOM, and it has an amazing story. And I'm going to be playing as a duck, a pig, and sometimes some people. And you're going to be navigating an Earth that's like post-human now, filled with mutants, and going to be fighting different enemies. And it's a game focused on tactical combat mostly. And what's really interesting in this game is that you're not necessarily trying to straight up kill the enemy. The game is more focused on stealth, on killing enemies silently, figuring out your best positions so you're out of range, and sort of moving in secretly before you kill. But the way I play this game is actually even more different. So I played this game in a way that I do not take any damage from enemies. So I have guides for this game for almost every level, except for like the starting ones that are easy, that will show you how to win the combats without taking any damage from enemies. And what this game taught me is that you shouldn't be afraid to play the games differently, just because I don't think they meant for the game to be played in a way that you do not take any damage from enemy whatsoever. But the fact that you can play it is incredibly fun and incredibly exciting for me. And it taught me that, like, do not be afraid to play the game in a way that wasn't intended. Like, you just explore, and if you're having fun, you're having fun. And I actually have since played other games in a way that I do not take any damage from enemies as well, because I think it's super fun. And it's just, you know, like, you don't have to go with the flow. Just do what you want. And so these were 5 games that changed me. Tell me in the comments what is a game that changed you. And if you like turn-based game, you can check out my top 10 turn-based games of 2022. I'll see you there. Bye now.